But the armbar stretch is probably one of the best shoulder rehab exercises you can do. It's called, I didn't come up with a name, stretch, because it's really, yeah, it builds flexibility, but builds a tremendous amount of stability in the entire shoulder girdle. And how it works is this, right? We're here, so everything's the same. Hand, good position in the far corner. 2 hands up, right? Open your chest, press, right? You post the same side foot. You can get the angle here. So my hand position, everything's exactly the same, right? You drive off that heel, so the hip, shoulder moves at the same time. Boom, here, right? Look at the weight, arm moves up, boom. Then you're here, and you just kind of flatten out, right? Now the arm, always very important, always stays straight up and down, you know? So you're here, everything's the same, post the same side foot, right? The key is one, make sure your hand doesn't turn. 2, that heel is close to your butt. It's just not like straight this way. It's here, and it's a little bit to the outside, because I need to drive off that heel. My hip and my shoulder move at the same time. So you got that, you know, keeps that neutral spine. When I get here, a lot of times guys get jammed up. You need to create space. This arm moves up. Still keep an eye on the weight. Leg comes over. A lot of times people think, oh man, I'm there. You're not. You need to flatten out. By flattening, getting those hips flat, keeping that arm straight, that's what you want, okay? And notice how the kettlebell is directly over the shoulder, okay? So you could do it, you can hold it for time. You could do, you know, I like to keep the reps like low, 3 to 5. You know what I mean? You could follow the 3 by 5 principle, hold it here for 3 to 5 seconds, boom, just come back. You know, sometimes I'll do a static hold for like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever. You can build up to it. We're gonna kind of spot and coach our people. So if anything's gonna go wrong, goes wrong left or right. It usually goes wrong laterally, right? He's got good straight wrist, good position, foot, everything's looking good. Boom, my hands are here close to the kettlebell, right? In case something goes awry. So he drives off to his heel, rolls to the side, nice, beautiful. Yep, there you go. And there you go, you want it right there. You know, that's it. Like, you see where that's where you want to be, you know? And you'll see, like, if the arm's off, dude, get it where that weight is always directly over the shoulder. Because here's one, this is a common error you will see. Because it's called an armbar stretch, right? A lot of people in their mind, automatically, they're like, oh man, dude, that's like the, you know, doing that, you know, doorway pec stretch. And they're like, yeah, baby, you know what I mean? You know, doing whatever. And this is the problem, is they'll get in position with the weight, right? Oh, I'm here, and they're like, man, I'm not feeling much of a stretch. Then they do something silly like this. Yeah, no good will come from that. It's got to always be straight, and you try to flatten out. Sometimes what people do is they'll throw that leg over first, right? You don't want that. So as a coach, you want to look for that. If you're just throwing that over first, you got a couple things that happens, right? Is one, because you got weight in his hand, it keeps that shoulder pinned. So now you throw your leg over and you're trying to like, it's creating all this torque in your spine, which is not good torque, you know what I mean? The other thing we're going to address is active shoulder. When I come here, it's not, I don't want to push out. I actually want to retract that scap and pull it towards my spine. So in this particular case, if I say active shoulder, that's what I'm talking about, bam. And once I get, you're here, once you get to the side, you suck it in, and you maintain that as you're coming across. But we're going to do a little drill that kind of shows that. Let me borrow you again, Daniel. So just kind of lay here, face that way. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, whatever. So just roll on your side. Let me see your top arm. Yeah. Okay, check this out, right? And this is like a 2-part drill. And all the purposes is just kind of show active shoulder. Now, always, before you do like part 1, we're just going to lift him up and he's not going to have an active shoulder. You know, I ask him if he has a history of like shoulder subluxations, dislocations, anything like that. If he's got erect shoulders, you just go right to part 2, the active shoulder, okay? So part 1, I'm just going to pick him up and put him back down, just a little bit. So here, let's just talk safety when I'm picking him up. 1, I want to establish my grip low on his forearm, here. Not on his hand, and dislocate it, you know what I mean? I want to be right here. You know, I want good lifting mechanics. Just pick him up, put him back down, that's it. You know what I mean? That's all we're doing. So, so first one, he's not tightening his shoulder, nothing like that. Just pick him up, put him down, end of it. Next one, you know, part 2, he's going to retract that scap. That's it. You notice that scap's just retracting. He's not shrugging, it's just retracting straight towards the spine. So he's going to maintain that. Boom, you just pick him up, put him back down, Great. And what's going on in that shoulder is more important than what I'm feeling. But I'll tell you this, just so you're not surprised. What I'm feeling is that he's twice as heavy when he keeps a retracted shoulder. Neither here nor there, I'm just letting you know. That's what happens. You know what I mean? So one's loose, one's tight. You know, do that one arm, switch the other arm, one's loose, one's tight. So now, do with the weight. And so what I want you to do, right, is once you get to your side, so just do everything wrong. Once you get to your side, boom, retract that scap, maintain that, and finish the, you know, the movement. So Daniel's here, boom, great. He drives to the side. Then once he gets to the side, that's when he's retracting that scap, boom. And he's going to maintain that as he comes over. Yep, flattening out, beautiful. Good, nice. Come on back. Feel a difference on that? Yeah.
Is it just trying to like pinch your shoulder?
Yeah,
blades together?
Yeah, exactly. Straight in, straight to the spine.
Just like engage the lat. You're much heavier.
Isn't that crazy? But yeah, that's what you're doing now. Yeah, just boom, just pulling straight in. All right, now try it with the weight. Yeah. Did you guys notice the difference when you kept the active shoulder on that? Did you feel like one, it was like more stable and actually get a little better flexibility out of it? So by doing this, right, one, you got that offset center of gravity, it's kind of pulling your arm that way. You're retracting that scap, which is strengthening up everything there, and it's opening this up. And when you put it back down, you're like, then you can stand kind of, you know, more open chested and more natural. But if you get in the habit of like just doing this like daily, as part of a warm up, phenomenal, phenomenal. Like I got a couple friends that are doctors, man, that they apply this in their practice for rehabilitation and stuff. So now this is something that's different. I'll explain. Like you'll come across somebody who has a bad shoulder, and it's fine when he has the weight in his hand and he's doing the exercise, but it really hurts when the weight's in this hand and he's here, and bringing this up here is what causes him problems. If that doesn't work, what you need to do is you need to tuck that shoulder, right? So we're here, right? Boom, open your chest. This stays here. The key is opening that, keeping that chest open. By having this hand here, right? I'm still gonna drive, boom. You drive on, and you're gonna go across that shoulder onto your chest. Just relax, and just you wanna get more on the front of shoulder. You can rest your head on the mat, and just flatten right out, boom. Then when it's time to get back up, just dig that foot in, boom, and you're right back over. So, and actually, working it that way actually opens up that chest even more.